Well, let's find out just how good these boys are and what the Titans are going to look like for Season 3. If Hartwell's good, I'm going to be sad. I mean, look at who we got instead, though, you know? Let's take a look at that recap. Chat, I mean, we fucking killed it. 78 overall, Earl Drayton. 75 overall, Eli Wheeler. After trading down from 7 and 8, they might be better than who we could have gotten. And we have 2 extra first-round picks next year as a result. Barnard is a 73, even though he was normal dev. 71 for Timmons. 75 for Sims and McBean. Tyson at a 74. Couple of high 60s. 75 for the punter. And then a whole lot of nothing towards the end in terms of overalls. We really did have a lot of late picks, but I mean, that's a ridiculous class, right? To have, what, fucking 8 players at least a 71? That's just gross. That is gross. What a draft for the Titans. For the Vikings, John McBean and Gil Posey, and it really kind of drops off from there in terms of, like, good starting overalls. Obviously, we can't see dev patterns immediately, and there might be hiddens. I wish it would fucking show hiddens, but what are you going to do? The Bears end up with Rudolph, Jenkins, Bush, and Sinclair. Pretty damn good for them, especially the 5th pick, Al Rudolph at defensive end. A lot of defensive ends, of course, were up there. And Donovan Langford was only a 66. Bengals with Felder and Fitzsimmons. Only other 70 was Christian Peterson in the 5th round. Dude, there's so much fucking space to put all the information you could possibly want. It's crazy. The Bills end up with Corey Woodley and Keenan Brown as at least 70 overalls. Okay. The Broncos, Chris Hunt, Brian Portillo, Darrell Walker. They didn't have many picks in this draft, but they made 3 really freaking good ones in terms of starting overall. Cleveland had 3 picks, but they did really well with Sloan and Emmanuel Hardwick, who was nearly our choice, and maybe should have been. But good pick for them. The Buccaneers with Crosby, Webster, the tight end, Isaiah Coleman, and Lance Rice at the end. Not a bad draft for them. I mean, 4 out of 5 at least a 70. And then running back Saxton, someone I was interested in. He was a 68. Cardinals, I mean, Jermichael Howard was an 81. Tremendous tight end. They wanted him all year long, too. Oberg at a 75. Lamar Hodgins at a 75. I mean, so there you go. Cardinals trying to rebuild their offense with 3 picks right there. Chargers with Michael Cooks. You also get Jaden Weldon, Damian Henley, Barry Carson. Not bad for the Cards, especially with Cooks at corner. Chiefs get Tommy Burke and Brian Quincy at least a 70, and then obviously a couple guys that aren't that far off. Colts, Jimmy Porter, Josh Weatherspoon at corner also looked pretty good. It fell off a bit from there, but 2 solid picks for the Colts. So again, they took a 75 overall with the 7th overall pick that they traded up with us to get. We got a higher rated player with their pick 21 selections later. Or 19. I think they were the 26th, not the 28th. So, yeah, we did well. Commies, Braden Macklin. Matthew Douglas was a great 3rd round pick at center. I had him on my my list too. Taco, I did actually, yeah. Their Ultimate Team stuff, EA across the board, glitches out all the time. It's hilarious. Cowboys, oof. In the 1st round with Zach Rogers, they rebound well with McAllister, who was a 76, and Davison at guard. Again, we chose the corner over McAllister. Looks like we couldn't have gone wrong either way. McAllister was actually a little bit better, I think. Lee is at tight end. Dolphins, Cam Branch, Shaq Brown, the wideout. Montrell Hartwell was a 72. 72 hidden depth for Hartwell. He was good. He was good, Craig. I'm so sorry. Again, we can't get everybody. And then Jamario Parks at the end. Not a bad draft in Miami. Eagles, a lot of picks. Cam Griggs, pretty damn good. Dwayne The Rock Johnston, also great. We couldn't have gone wrong in the secondary with who we were targeting, which is always a nice feeling. And then a whole bunch of mid from the looks of it. Falcons, Chase Pearson, Armand Bunkley, DeMar Sprinkle in the 5th round, and not too much else. Niners with Dylan Rubin, the first quarterback off the board, actually lower rated than the guy that we got. Oscar Langford at safety. Wayne Mulligan, the tight end, was a 72. Giants, Jimmy Younger, Ed Harrison, Mike Carmichael, all pretty damn good. Fell off a bit from there, but 3 solid picks for New York. Jags got Britton Abbott, a 79 overall safety with the last pick of the 1st round. And also added wideout Dom Rudnick. Richer in Jacksonville. Jets get Michael St. Clair, Andrew Jackson, Earl Quincy. 3 good picks there for New York. Detroit, Jamie Barber and Damian Byrd. 2 very solid picks for them. Not much else, though, for like immediate impact players. Packers took Chad Judge. So with both the Colts and Packers trade downs, where we had 7 and 8 and moved down to 26-28, we got a higher rated player with both picks than who they got for trading up. And again, we got their 1st round picks next year in both instances, plus more. Tyreek Stallworth was a good pick, though, too. But yeah, no doubt. We fucking fleeced Indy and Green Bay. Rough draft for the Panthers. Kerry Buckley. And not much else for immediate impact talent. Patriots. Larry Graham. Oh, if only. We chose not to go for him. We went for somebody else. Larry Graham was the gem of the linemen in the 2nd round. 82 overall. Highest rating I've seen for a player out of the draft so far this year. Whew. They also got Danny Gilmore, Joel Brown, George Spriggs, and Grant Rogan. Damn good draft for New England. Wow. Raiders started off strong with Hastings. Vega was a 74. Addison. Not too much else from there. Graham has to be hidden. Yeah. That guy's a beast. He is a beast. Josh Allen's cock. What's going on? What? That's his name. Got Kevin Sanchez. Trey Marion. Larry Spence was pretty good, too. And a decent late pick of Jameel Dent. Not a bad draft for the Rams. Devon Vega. I don't want to check all the other quarterbacks because there were only 3 of them. Maybe I will check them. Herbie DiCarvalho, Dylan Miller, and a really good 5th round pick in Manny McMillian, who, again, we had on our board, whose name I couldn't pronounce. Saints took Nathan Mayo, 1st overall. They got Mike Roberts, Tommy Wall, Quan Price. Not bad, but obviously they didn't get the best player in the draft at the 1st overall pick, at least not immediately. Seahawks get Mark Stern and Angelo Clayton. Aside from that, not much immediately impressive. And the Stillers, Donovan Petway, Delonte Murray, Leslie Smith, and a good 7th round pick of a fullback, Adam Klein. Not bad for the Stillers. Texans get Darren Barnett after, of course, we had their 1st pick. Turned it into another 1st pick. Isaiah Stevens as well. Not too bad. Rough year for them to miss the playoffs again. But I love them for it. So yeah, overall, we had a home run of a draft. It's not even a conversation. An absolute home run of a draft. Highest rated player was Larry Graham. And you also had Jermichael Howard, Britton Abbott, Jenkins, and Earl Drayton rounding out the top 5. And then for the record, yeah, because I can sort by quarterback from here. So Michael Vega, normal dev for Michael Vega. Let's see. Of course, we got Wheeler, who we know was hidden dev. Ruben. Also normal dev. Oh my god, we did it, chat. We did it. We fucking fleeced the quarterback market. Insane. And then David Oberg was hidden dev. So we needed Oberg or Eli, and we chose the right one in Eli for sure. Crazy, crazy draft for us. No doubt about that. That was outstanding. And now we're set up for a really promising year. I don't know what our rating is going to be, but damn is all I can say. So let's take a look. The roster would have changed quite a bit. Let's see what we got going on here. So at quarterback, we know Wheeler is going to take over for Will Levis this year. Pretty much immediately going to throw Wheeler right into the fire, which means we're going to start looking to win games. So at quarterback, we need a mentor to get Wheeler that extra XP. Running backs, Ty J, Pollard, and then, of course, Kramer and Lambert. Kramer was normal dev. Lambert, also normal dev. To be honest, I'm probably dropping both those guys to the practice squad. At running back, we still need a mentor. We got our fullback in Bass. Wideouts. This will be interesting to see who plays where, because Drayton and Wimbley, the fact, again, that Wimbley UDFA last year and we got him into a superstar role already is fucking nuts. It kind of means Jaden Reed might be fucking expendable, if we're being honest. Because Sims was also hidden dev, right? Yeah, Sims is also hidden dev. We could go with the top three of Wimbley, Drayton, and Sims. I think Jaden Reed just became expendable if there is significant interest on the trade market for him, because we're not on the hook for his cap penalty. Ridley's got 1 year left before I'm going to trade him. 1 year left. Yeah, Reed's on an expiring deal. He's 26. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's good. But Wimbley's superstar, Drayton's hidden, Sims is hidden. I want these three, 21 to 22 years old, to be the future. Ridley will go after next year, so again, we're not bailing on a contract, right, that they signed IRL. Muted, take it easy, buddy. I appreciate you. What are potential offers for Jaden Reed? Zach Moss doesn't fit the theme at all. Troy Franklin, we don't need another wideout. Treylon Burks, who we traded away, we don't need him. Kenny Murray, who we let go of. Tutu Atwell. Oh, man. Andrew Wiley is a veteran tackle. Donnie Mitchell doesn't really fit what we need either. Donovan Wilson. Dontavian Wicks. Oh, man. A lot of wideout offers. Christian Benford at corner? But we don't really need him either. Richie Grant as a safety. Isaiah Simmons. Aaron Hopper. Pete Mitchell at running back. We don't need him. Hakeem Davis-Gaither. That is not a fair trade at all. Jacob Myers. Blake Corum. Again, we don't need him. Artie Ballantyne. We don't need him. Shit. Byron Murphy. So the market for Reed isn't quite what I'm hoping for. I do want to look at other potential picks we could add. Again, look at that. Holy shit, we have 4 first-round picks. That's right. Dude, we got 4 first-round picks in 2027 already. Jesus Christ. Multiple fourths, couple extra 6th and 7ths. Holy shit, dude. What if we tack on a 7th and 2 6ths? Wandale Robinson, Ray Pipkins, Tyler Steen, ours, Cards, Packers, Colts. I think it's ours, Texans, Packers, Colts. I think we got the 2 for the Texans, right? No, that's right. There was a there was a Falcons trade in there too, wasn't? No, he was the one. He went to the team. It was the Texans. The guy that we wanted to take was going to be the Falcons, and we didn't end up doing that. Drake Jackson. DeForest Buckner as a veteran just to improve the team. Shit, dude. There is not real... Ooh, Trevin Wallace. Young star line. Okay. Trevin Wallace could be decent if he plays outside with middle linebacker, because middle linebacker is obviously taken. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Interesting. Say what you want about corners, but Kool-Aid. Wusu. Oh, man. We're definitely going to be trading Jaden Reed. I just don't know where and for what. Let's do a little bit more exploring of the team before we figure this out. So again, at wideout, Sims, Drayton, Wembley, Ridley, Samuel's not bad, McBean's not bad. Samuel still has normal dev. Yeah. McBean had normal dev as well. Yeah. We got the practice squatters from last year. Jaquan Jackson. Whoops. I want to hit edit. I wanted to cut him. Sorry to Mr. Jaquan Jackson. You gotta go. Always hate to get rid of a Tulane alum. Colton Dowell. Who also need to go. Lucas will end up being practice squatted. Honestly, Samuel and McBean might be practice squatted as well, because what value are they going to have if we're already struggling to get rid of Jaden Reed? You know? Yeah, Drayton, Wembley, and Sims. Those are the big three at wideout. They're all fast, too, man. At least 90 speed. Okay. So we will need a mentor at wideout as well. Tight ends, Okonkwo, Washington, and Terrence Bruton. He's not terrible, but I can't imagine keeping him. I think, again, mentor in that role as well. Left tackle. We were going to move people around. So, you know what? Pretty straightforward for free agency, right? Whoever's here, sign a mentor and see if there's any steals in any position, right? So the quarterback mentor this year, Andy Dalton. He's the oldest of the bunch. Let's bring in Big Red. Let's look for veterans first, and then we'll look for the younger guys. Veteran running back this year. Does anybody play the mentor role? Yes, Ezekiel Elliott. All right. We're bringing in Zeke to be our third choice running back. Oldest wideout this year, DeAndre Hopkins. It's the, you know what? Let's bring back D-Hop. Let's do it. You won your goddamn ring. You go to options and X Factor, see if there's any free agents left. Will it show up, though, for superstar and star? Tight end veteran Logan Thomas. That works. Bring in Logan. From Rotten, Tennessee, right? I'll fix the O-line last. Let's see. Top left end, the veteran Lawrence Guy, Sr. Bring you in as a mentor. Defensive tackle. Just bring in the oldest guy, Jonathan Hankins. Mr. Hankins. Oldest right end, Kerry Hyder Jr. He'll be back. One more go around with the Titans. He was here last year. Linebacker, either Jadeveon Clowney, Devondre Campbell, or David Mayo, or even Randy Gregory. Let's go for Clowney. Why not? Why not? Let's bring in Jadeveon Clowney. Oldest middle linebacker, Jordan Hicks or Anthony Barr? We signed Anthony Barr last year. Let's get Jordan Hicks some more money. Indeed, Dylan, indeed. I will be watching. We signed Bud Dupree to... Oh, well, this other guy doesn't have mentor. Bud Dupree. Come on down. We need you as a mentor to the youngsters, the younglings. Congrats to Bradley Roby. Bring you in as a mentor. Free safety, who's the oldest? Micah Hyde. And old Micah Hyde. And strong safety side, Tony Jefferson. Tony Jefferson. For the record, best kicker available is Aubrey. Kickers out there. We didn't need anybody, though. So, I still want to see if there's anybody star dev eligible, right? I'm going to do my normal look through, and then we'll also look at that X Factor list, right? So, at 21, Jake Michaels. Normal dev for him. And then Eric Barkley. Also normal dev. And the final one was going to be Brett Roberts. Also normal dev. Okay, so no quarterbacks that snuck through the cracks. What about running backs? There's a lot of them, potentially. Look at Corey Davis for the 23-year-olds. Normal dev for him. At 22, Devin Hodges. Dev. Pretty typical, isn't it? Oh, the sorting options are a fucking nightmare. Mike Randolph. Normal dev. Hodges, Randolph. What about Steve Wilcox? Steve Wilkosha? Not the Steve Wilcox. I wonder what he's doing nowadays. Definitely not being a piece of shit. Otherwise, I rescind my shout out. Emmett Kelly. That Hodges was fast, yeah, but I mean, he's never going to be anything overly special. He can run fast. Can he do anything else, though? The answer is no. Mitch Hawley at fullback. Star dev fullback, Mitch Hawley. We already have a fullback, but I'm down to try to find a space for Hawley. Let's see, the young wideouts. Tyreek Austin's a one-year pro, so yeah, normal dev for him. Larry Cheeks, also a one-year pro. You got anything going on? Nope. He is, in fact, the Cheeks. Monty Lloyd. Star dev wideout, Monty Lloyd. Okay. That's somebody to kind of get into the system. What about Matt Allen? Normal dev for him. Derrick Rose. Star dev, D Rose is back, baby. He's back. Timmy Sears, normal dev for him too. What about Sidney Downing? We might as well look. Normal dev. So a couple of UDFA wideouts here then. Larry Rhodes, which I feel like is pretty common in this game. Julian Berry. Normal dev for him. Gerald Stevens. I'm not finding much else, but that's okay. Andy Mills. Nope. Nope, not finding too much else. Down to 65 overall. Last guy will be Tyron Pirine. Okay, so a couple of guys so far. Tight ends. Nobody overly great, for being honest. Left tackle, Philip Marshall. He's not that bad. Normal dev. Brett Perry's 1 year out. I'm going to say 65 or above for overall. Left guard, we got Jeff Whitlock. Normal dev for him. Tim White, he's back from the dead. And Marion Thomas, that one's for the wrestling fans out there. And what about centers? Nobody. Right guard, nobody. Right tackle. Earl Foreman. No one's getting that. You did. You did, though. Dextrell Miller. Dextrell. And then we also got Cesar Garcia. An option for free agents. Sign more than 1 year deal. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but what are you going to do? We'll look at Jose Howard. Normal dev for him, too. Defensive tackle. Jordan Marshall. Nothing there. Defensive end, no. Linebacker. 70 overall, Carl Carruthers. Holy shit. Normal dev. Not often you see a 70 overall guy sneak to the draft, though. Tavares Abraham, who we drafted last year. Not great. Middle linebacker, rookie Mark Shaw. No. What about Delonte Wooden? All right, we're not having too much luck finding anybody else here, are we? DeAndre Lowry. Normal dev for him. Last guy, Emmanuel Hall. Yeah, a bunch of normal devs. Right side, Derek Stevens. Nope. What about Michael Cortez? Also no. If we're going to find anybody else, it is going to be at corner. Let's see if that's the case. Tommy Jones. Yeah, star dev. There you go, Tommy Jones. We also got Pat Peoples, but only with their consent. Lonnie Blackman. Star dev for Lonnie Blackman. Okay. J.D. Agent K himself, right? J.D. Fox. What about Dalton Rushing? Normal dev for him. AJ, take it easy, man. Probably won't be live for too much longer. We'll see. Cole Ferris. Star dev for Cole Ferris. Eastern Michigan Bronco. That leaves us Matthew Maben. And I want to check that 21-year-old that was below him, Jermaine Miller. Normal dev. Okay. Free safety, Will Bullard. Normal dev. What about Isaiah Terry? Dev. And strong safety, nobody. Kicker, Jeff Queenan? Queenan. Star dev for Jeff Queenan. I can't imagine I'll keep him, but... I also got Channing Edwards. Normal dev for him. Queenan. Timothy Spitzer. Normal dev for the Spitzman. Queenan and Quell. God damn it. Preston Porter. Superstar kicker. Preston Porter. Look at that fat face. Superstar kicker Preston Porter, baby. That's why you look. And then Frederick Craig. Well, we get ourselves a superstar kicker. Spencer Johnson is a punter. Normal dev for him. 74 is pretty good, though. And then Mason Edwards. Normal dev. But, of course, we got a star dev punter earlier. Superstar kicker. Let's fucking go, huh? Let's see. Do they still have the database set up? I don't know if they do. Honestly, I'm not opposed. I think we got everybody that we needed. And as it is, we got to cut 5 players. So quarterbacks were good. It'll be Wheeler, Levis, and Dalton for this year. Running backs. Kramer and Lambert will be going to the practice squad. Mitch Hawley, I'm not even sure. We know there'll be more changes at wideout. Tight end. Josh, we know we're going to get rid of you, and we can just cut you now. Good chance to go somewhere else. And then Tyler Hilton, who we drafted season 1, he's out. Of course, we're keeping Logan Thomas as a mentor. Left side, Toby White was the guy that we brought in previously. I don't know what the hell Josh Uche is going to do if we're going to try to train up Toby White. Josh Uche, man, he might not work out here like we were hoping. Linebacker, Ian Messina. We can get rid of him. Lost his X Factor, of course. Oh, yeah, you're right. Toby White did lose his X Factor, didn't he? No, okay, it still shows him with the X Factor. He's just not a high enough. It hasn't assigned one. So I'll probably randomize it. Yeah, here, you know what? Let's do it. Pick a number between 1 and 5. -1. Son of a bitch. I did it in reverse. Number 1. He is getting reinforcement then. Yeah, sometimes when they're a free agent or their overall's just so fucking low, the game doesn't know what to do. There we go. He gets reinforcement. Right side, nothing to do there. Defensive tackle, there was nothing to do. Linebackers, we'll figure that out in a minute. Middle linebacker, Jordan Hicks is fine. Ooh, right side. Tucker Roth. Yeah, normal dev, we can get rid of him. Corner. Tommy Jones, Blackman, Bradley Roby, Cole Ferris. Definitely going to have to make some changes here. We don't need Micah Hyde at safety. Obviously, a Woozy is fine on his own. And then Tony Jefferson. Holy kickers. All right, Adam Wilson was on the practice squad last year. Let's move him. Preston Porter was the superstar. Queenan and Cardi were both at least star. So we got a weird decision to make at kicker. And then punter, Pinion, but then James Morey was 75 normal dev. I'm probably going to have to drop him and down to the practice squad once we're eligible to do that. Okay. So now we have an even better idea of who might have to be moved here and how we're going to try to optimize this team and everything. Let's be honest. We can look at Will Levis to see if there's any interest in him. And there is some. We can give him a chance to go elsewhere now that we're moving him to the backup role. Tyler Steen, 4th and 2/7. Not terrible to get a lineman. Deshaun Bush, we don't need a running back. Trey Benson. Oh, dude, Trey Benson's a great fucking return, but we don't need a running back. That's such a good return, but then we'd have to flip him. Richie Grant at safety is a bit too old for what we're looking to do here. Eric Aldridge on the defensive line. We already have a log jam at defensive edge. That is true. Pollard's on his last year, too. Baker. God damn it. Yeah, Pollard is on his last year. Now could be the time to move him. Let Ty J be the guy. Christ, if Ty J doesn't want to re-sign, we're probably going to move Ty J. No one's interested in Tony Pollard, though. So maybe we could just get a running back and just factor in that Tony Pollard's just not going to play. What if I pair Pollard with picks? Nobody wants Tony Pollard. Poor Tony. Can he play a mentor role? I don't think he can. God damn it. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more difficult to set up the team than I thought. Nobody wants Pollard. So technically I can't get another running back right now because... Let me check Ty J's motivations. Ty J is not going to stay. This we know for a fact. He wants a bigger market, wants a Super Bowl. Ty J Spears is leaving. Last year of his deal. Trade Ty J, get his replacement, keep Tony Pollard. Is anybody interested in Ty J Spears? Austin Booker, a 5th and a 7th. David Long, doesn't really fit. Michael Calhoun, yeah. Christian Rich Mahogany. Artie Ballantyne, not a bad running back, but we know we can get a better one. And then Michael Vaughn. I mean, Austin Booker at least fetches us a 5th and a 7th. David Long was the best player we could get back in the deal. And then we'd probably try to flip him. The question is, do we think we could get more than the 5th for David Long? Calhoun fetches us a 4th, actually, so that would be even better. I don't think we have to worry about the player we're getting back in return here, because none of them are like, holy shit, build around that guy. Even David Long. What if I ship Reed and Spears together? I normally don't like doing that because package deals end up fetching like very unrealistic returns as opposed to anything else. Yeah, I see, like, immediately the Bears are like, here, take this fucking awesome linebacker that we have. Here, take Mike Gesicki. You know, I feel, yeah, here, take, I mean, granted, he's 36, but take Levante David. Take Trey Benson. You know? That's why I normally prefer moving people on their own. Like, you get some bad offers, but then sometimes the AI flip their fucking lids. Here, take Julian Love, for example. You know? Like, typically, I'd normally like just the ones. Even if we know we can get, like, look, I already have 4 first-round picks this year, right? I don't need to cheese the AI any harder. They're still not difficult enough. So you know what? Let's take the Michael Calhoun trade. We'll get a 4th and a 7th from Dallas. We've done some damage in the 4th round, of course. And then Calhoun will probably just practice squad. So, Ty J, you want to go to a contender? There you go. You're off to Dallas. I didn't expect to have to get rid of Ty J, but he didn't want to stay. Will Levis. Actually, before Will. Jaden Reed. We know was going to go. Booker, Barnes, Shakir. No space at wideout. Mike Evans doesn't work for me. Anybody with any sort of decent dev pattern. Ty J Spears. Anybody with a dev pattern. Carlton Davis at corner. Keaton Mitchell. That was the one. 24, 79 star, and a 7th round pick. Marcus Jones, we just don't have space for, right? Plus, he's 27. He won't be able to make the most of Superstar. I think we have a deal then. We'll get Keaton Mitchell from the Panthers to replace Ty J Spears at running back. Get a 7th round pick for it. Depending on what Keaton Mitchell's contract status is. What is his contract status? Last year of his deal. Current motivations, close to home. Big market Super Bowl chase. I imagine that's for the Panthers, not for us. I don't think he would stay. I don't think he would stay at all. Interesting. If we move on from the Mayo man, who's out there? He would fetch us Trey Benson, which was mentioned before. There's Eric Aldridge at defensive end. Taylor Moton. Kool-Aid's out there, for God's sakes. Broderick Jones at left tackle. Maybe not the sexiest acquisition, but getting a younger offensive lineman? What's Trey Benson's contract status here? 1 year left on his deal. He wants a warm weather state, big market, and a mentor position. I mean, we can do that. 2 out of 3. So Trey Benson's really not that bad. Let me double check the situation with the Stillers. Broderick Jones. One year left. Yeah, see, so current motivations, you know, warm weather state. We fit that better. We don't have historic championships, and he will want to get paid. It's a little bit more of a risk as to whether or not Broderick Jones would stay with us. We'd have to pay him. We'd have to give him the big bucks. Do the Steelers need a quarterback? And they have Fields and Mac Jones. They're oh my God, the cap hits of Justin Fields and Mac Jones. Holy shit. What are the Cardinals looking at? I mean, they just drafted Oberg, and they're already paying Kyler Murray. I mean, you could argue neither team needs a quarterback. I think we'd probably fuck up the Cardinals and Oberg's development a bit too much. You know, I do try to be nice to the AI when I can. I wouldn't be opposed, even though it's not the best offer. I mean, Kool-Aid's obviously a hell of a player, but Eric Aldridge. And Kool-Aid, it's just, where the fuck are we going to play you? Warm weather state, historic coach record, big market. His interest would be much lower for us. I don't think we'd be able to re-sign him either. I mean, we'd really have to overspend to have a chance. And what was the deal for Aldridge? Do the Niners still need a quarterback after losing Brock Purdy? Considering they're looking to run rookie Dylan Rubin, yeah, kind of. The Niners do make the most sense in terms of who would actually be interested in Will Levis. Eric Aldridge, he's not the best player to get back. Super Bowl chase, warm weather state, highest offer. I mean, we'd probably be able to keep him. He's got 2 years left. Just to be nice, right? Just to be nice. I think we can still get some other players to fill out some roles. Let's get Eric Aldridge for Will Levis. We'll be able to make it work with Aldridge somewhere. But this gives Will a chance to be a starter somewhere in San Francisco. Let's give him that opportunity. Let's be nice. We were nice to DeAndre Hopkins once upon a time. Let's be nice. The Will Levis era and know that I said era, not error, is over in Tennessee. This is Eli Wheeler's team now. We do need a project running back. But Tony Pollard's going to be here for the year because nobody wants him. Shit, maybe Mitch Hawley or Gerald Bass. I moved to fucking running back. Try that out. We do still need to move Jaden Reed. And if we look at this, if we add an extra 7th, a couple of extra 6th, even a couple of extra 4ths, what's the offer? Kendall Fuller, Dawson Knox, Franklin Myers, Deshaun Bush, Will Hernandez, Josh Palmer at wideout. We don't need him. Josh Downs. I mean, we're trying to trade a wideout. Marshawn Nealon. Solid defensive end. Josh Pashal. Keanu Benton at the... we don't need a defensive tackle either, though. Evan Neal for the O-line. He's not the best, but... Ramondre. Guard Bateman, Aries Price. Abraham Lucas. I mean, Evan Neal, obviously, this return isn't amazing, but it does get rid of Jaden Reed. It clears out a little bit of draft pick overload. And we get a younger lineman that we might be able to invest in long-term. No income tax, big market, scheme fit. He might not be the easiest player to keep long-term. His ratings. I'd probably move him from tackle to guard. And we do need it. We do need a right guard. I don't think it's the perfect solution, but it's the best one we got. Given the crowding we have at wideout and the draft picks as well. Jaden Reed and a handful of late picks to get Evan Neal for the line, knowing that Reed won't re-sign with us. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you very much, Carolina. If we had to add that many draft picks in to get a half-decent return, then that's what we'll do. We have plenty of picks as it is, let's be honest. We're going to be trading down. We're not making 4 first-round picks next year. We could afford to get rid of some of them. So Will Levis is gone, because it's Wheeler's team. Ridley staying for the year. Drayton Wimbley signed for 7 years. A lot of these younger wideouts. I am not desperate enough to move Pollard with a first. Not at all. We can just let him go at the end of the year. You know? We can just let him go at the end of the year. I would never use a draft pick to move someone on an expiring deal. Yeah, Aldridge. Kobe White. We got a lot of people that can push Josh Uche now. To be honest, I mean, we could look to see if we could flip Aldridge. Because there's no real space at defensive tackle. And there is room for a project on the right side behind Jeff Simmons, who finally went X Factor, by the way. That happened in the offseason. Jeff Simmons goes X Factor, gets momentum shift. We finally got X Factor Jeff Simmons. All right. That'll be nice to work with. Last year of his deal is next year, too. Linebacker, Mark Smith had a hidden dev that we were interested in. Tyson was hidden dev. Harold Landry is on an expiring deal at age 30. I think he's the next to go. Gigantic fucking cap hit, but again, it's on an expiring deal. If we can get rid of him, that'll open up room elsewhere. Let's take Derek Burgess, a 5th and a 7th. Probably just immediately practice squad this guy, but we got to clear out Harold Landry. I'm not worried about a good return. I just need him off this team. So, goodbye, Harold. Because we got plenty of people at defensive end. I mean, we could even move Josh back to linebacker, you know, to open things up. But we got plenty of defensive players that we're trying to maneuver around. And now we got a bunch of corners in the mix. Woozy on the last year of his deal. I think now's a good time to get rid of him. Opens up space for some of these younger corners that we might be able to develop. Snead probably gets dealt next year. Normally we would have saved these moves for the draft, or for the deadline, I should say, but now's a decent time to consider these moves. Keaton Mitchell. Again, he might not re-sign. Timmons a free safety? Exactly. Divine Diablo got a little bit better. Honestly, I mean, Mitchell might not sign with us, but get him a 5th and a 6th. Woozy doesn't have that much value, to be honest. I mean, look at the offers. Move out of Woozy, get Keaton Mitchell, a couple of picks. Let's do it. Woozy's out. That easy. That easy. We are letting the youth take over. For this team, we'll use the excess corners to build ourselves up at safety. And 4 fucking first-round picks already. And now Keaton Mitchell can be the starting running back this year. Wants to be close to home. Doesn't like the market size, but it shouldn't be a totally disinterested renegotiation for him. And if it is, we can flip him. If it is, we can just flip him. Yeah, Ridley's going to stay for 1 more year. It's very obvious there is a lot of maneuvering that needs to happen here. Darnell Washington, are you going to be willing to re-sign with me at the end of this year? No. That sucks. I really like him, but he's not going to want to stay. It just means we can go with Terrence Bruton on the roster then. That's fine. So, Darnell, can I get anything for you? No. We might just enjoy you for the year and then move on. Okay, we still got plenty of picks. Yeah. So, we're probably going to lose Darnell at the end of the year. That's a shame. Still got to fix up the O-line, but now, of course, we have players in the mix, right? Guys that we can give the opportunity to. Cushenberry's not going anywhere for the year. We got Evan Neal on this team now. Yeah, lot to sort out. And a lot to sort out with this team. It's going to take some time.